What is up, beautiful people? I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Today is Saturday, so you know I gotta give you an absolute banger of a video when it comes to SOFI. Today's video is gonna be called SOFI and an iced cup of coffee. L'chaim, you beautiful people. Thank you so much to my channel members that got me this cup of coffee. What a crazy week we had. I'm going to cover everything from the downgrade of Morgan Stanley, from the rebuttal of CEO Anthony Noto, to a massive buy by ARK Invest of SOFI shares. Also, 2 upgrades from SOFI Bank, actually giving 2 brand new products or services to their customers, and I will do some technical analysis when it comes to SOFI. If this is something that you like, sit back, relax, and enjoy. And if it's something that you don't like, then peace, be the F out of here and don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. Let's get right into this video, shall we? Morgan Stanley downgraded from equal weight to underweight, and they raised the price target from $6.50 to $7 a share. One of the things that Morgan Stanley says is SOFI Bank is a bank and not some groundbreaking fintech. And they said that it's about time that SOFI is valued as a bank and not some next level fintech. They said as they were growing with massive numbers in their CAGR, compound annual growth rate, it was something, but now they're expected to grow at only 28%. And that is closer in line with banks instead of a fintech. You agree or disagree? I don't know. Anthony Noto is going to rebut this in just a moment. I'll tell you a couple of other things that they said. They said that there's a 20% downside for SOFI, and they said that SOFI is predicting a $200 billion TAM for these student loan repayments, refinancing, so on and so forth. But they said that that is actually super eager, super zealous, and that's not going to happen. They actually said, Morgan Stanley, that it's 100 billion, not 200 billion. That's their prediction. Now, Morgan Stanley is not the only analyst that said this. There was another analyst that also says that SOFI is over-predicting or they're overestimating their total addressable market. They also said that student loans don't bring in as much revenue, don't bring in as much profit as personal loans. Finally, they said that SOFI's tangible book value is at 2.1, which is high for banks. All you need to know about a tangible book value is quite simple. You take all of your assets, you minus your tangible assets, you minus your goodwill, and then you minus your liabilities, and this gives you your tangible book value. All you need to know is that's the formula, and then you come up with a number. Most banks have less than 2.1. SOFI currently has 2.1. And now we're going to hear a rebuttal from Anthony Noto, the CEO. And he says I'm going to play you this clip right now, right? Anthony Noto is going to talk. It's a fabulous interview. It's only 2.5 minutes. I'm sure you guys are tired of me talking, but let me just sum it up. Anthony Noto says, and I'm paraphrasing, we are a fintech company offering amazing services and growing at a 30% compound annual growth rate. He says any bank that is growing at a 30% compound annual growth rate has a 4 to 5 tangible book value. So he says if you want to compare us to a bank, compare us to a bank that's growing at the same rate that we are. At the end of the day, Anthony Noto doesn't give a flying fizzle what Morgan Stanley says. He says you can value us as a fintech, you could value us as a bank. It doesn't matter to him. Onward and forward moving. At the end of the day, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about the downgrade of Morgan Stanley. If you guys are on this video and watching my channel, I'm assuming I know what you guys think. You guys are going to say kick rocks to Morgan Stanley and go F yourself. But let me hear in the comments down below what you guys think about Morgan Stanley's downgrade when it comes to SOFI. I'm going to play you this clip. It's a 2.5-minute clip of Anthony Noto actually saying what I paraphrased. You should definitely listen to it. And then I'm going to show you some really cool things.
Let's get out to Sun Valley now. Julia Borston's there with SOFI CEO Anthony Noto. Julia.
Thanks, John. And Anthony, thanks for joining us here in Sun Valley. I want to start off the conversation. We have so much to talk about, but start off the conversation on that Morgan Stanley note saying that SOFI should be valued as a bank, not as a tech company or a fintech. What's your response to that analyst downgrade?
My response would be we're a diversified financial company that delivers our value proposition via technology. And so analysts can value us any way that they would like, if they want to value us like a technology company or as a bank. If you look at us as a bank, we're a bank that's structuring our business over the long term at steady state to have a 30% ROE. banks that have a 30% ROE trade at 4 to 5 times tangible book. We're trading below that today. So that's my point of view if you want to value us as banks.
Okay. Well, I want to talk a little bit about some of the news from this week about inflation. We had the Consumer Price Index and PPI today, lower than expected, showing slowing inflation. What does that mean for your business at SoFi?
A strong economy is great for our business. We've had a strong economy. It's allowed us to really operate in different environments over the last 2 years. We haven't had the student loan business be as robust as it can be in 2024. But over the last 2 years, we've had 8 record quarters in a row of record revenue. With rates going up, I think is in a period of stability where rates are flat, we can operate incredibly well, and we've done really well while they're going up. So
I want to talk a little bit about the student loan business. Of course, SoFi started out in the student loan business, and there have been a couple of big news items that have been very relevant to that. Most recently, the Supreme Court ruling that was rejecting student loan forgiveness. Also, the news around the debt ceiling. What does that mean for your business going forward?
The most important thing for our country is there's clarity. Now people can decide what they want to do. They have to resume their federal student loan payments. We give them a great option to lower their cost of that payment by refinancing with us if they can get a lower rate, or lowering the payment by extending it out over time, which in this environment where they haven't paid that student loan for 3 years, they may have other costs that don't allow them to make that payment again, so they could spread it out over a longer time and lower the monthly payment. That will be a contributor to our business. It's been a real negative the last 3 years. But as I mentioned, I couldn't be proud of our team in hitting 8 quarters of record revenue in a row. But the fact that there's clarity is most important. I do think the administration has to find ways to give relief for those people that need it. And we're in the right economy to do that now, where before we had to give relief to everybody.
John Ford has some questions here. John?
Yeah, thanks, Julia. Anthony, you just gave us the case if the street wants to value you like a bank. Give me your point of view if investors are going to treat you like a technology company, focusing maybe on your margins, AI, how you're going to grow users, and your ability to expand into new markets.
So, John, our business doesn't exist without technology. We have no buildings. We have no branches. You access our product via the mobile phone or your PC. So we're absolutely a technology company. We have our own technology platform, which is also part of our business that contributes 20+% of our revenue. And we're using our technology to power other fintechs and B2B companies. Our growth has been over 40% in the Q1. We had really strong member growth. As I mentioned, record revenue and record EBITDA. We're seeing great trends in our business on the back of our strategy to be a one-stop shop for all your financial needs. We're the only company that provides for you on one digital platform all the financial needs, products that you need as a consumer, and we do with a superior value proposition. And that's allowing us to gain huge market share. We've added over $2 billion of deposits every quarter since we got our bank license, and we continue to see that trend very positive.
That was a really cool clip, right? I love when Anthony Noto speaks. Anthony Noto has such a nice, clear, cool personality. And before I go any further, today I was in the Children's Museum in New York City. I kid you not, true story. I hope the gentleman is watching my channel. There's this dude walking around, big, tall-ass dude. I'm 6 foot. The guy is like 6'4", 6'5". Jack guy, mad tall, very easy to spot. And he's wearing a SoFi shirt. I'm like, yo, and I'm holding my baby girl, right? I'm walking around with her. My son is playing around. And I'm like, do you work for SoFi, or did they give you a t-shirt when you opened up an account or something? Lo and behold, he worked for SoFi in the past. He actually worked when they were introducing the investment product, SoFi Invest, and a couple of other things. We briefly spoke for a good 5 minutes, and he said the work environment under Anthony Noto was actually really, really dope. It was cool. He really liked this team, and the work environment was really, really cool. He says things changed a little bit as the price of SoFi started collapsing. The morale went down a little bit in the office. He moved on, not because of that in general. He moved on with his career. He worked somewhere else. He is in tech, finance, things like that. Really, really cool guy. He actually knew about Palantir as well. I gave him my channel. I offered him an interview if he would like. I hope he's watching this video. But it's really, really nice to hear from somebody's mouth who actually worked for SoFi. And I didn't confirm it, obviously, but there's no reason for me not to believe what he said. He did have the SoFi shirt on. It was really, really cool to talk to him. Shout out, big guy. If you're watching this video, DM me or hit me up in the comments down below. I would love to have you on the show. If you want a bigger platform, I could have you on one of the other SoFi shows It's going to give you a bigger platform, more people to speak to. Speaking about loving SoFi, let's talk about SoFi stock. There's a woman called CATHIE Wood who owns ARK Invest. And ARK Invest has many different types of ETFs. One of them is the ARK K ETF. About a month ago, she bought 283,000 shares of SoFi, which accounted for right around that 4 million mark or so, if I recall correctly. Well, she actually bought 424,638 shares, which is plus or minus another $4 million. That's really, really cool. If you're worried where she got the money or concerned, she's actually selling coin from Coinbase. She actually sold a lot of coin the same day that Coinbase was up like 25% on the news of XRP and the lawsuit against the SEC. And she is buying up a shit ton of SoFi and she's buying up a shit ton of Robinhood, both in the fintech sectors. So take it for what it is. That's what she did. Now let's talk about some products that SoFi is offering. Let me give you some, updates, and I'm going to show you the technical analysis. Please watch the technical analysis. I am freaking loving doing technical analysis. No, I'm never going to stop connecting the dots, but it's really, really nice to add some more ammunition, to add some more tools to your toolbox, if you know what I mean, and do technical analysis. And I truly do believe the more you practice, the more you learn something, the better you're going to get. And the only way you're going to learn is if you make mistakes. So if you guys are watching my technical analysis and you know how to chart, please give me your thoughts, give me your comments, good or bad. Just be easy with it. And I want to learn to get better. Okay, SoFi's APY around 2 months ago was 4.2. Then they raised it to 4.3 a month ago, and now it's 4.4. That's very, very important because they're trying to compete with the likes of Robinhood, I believe. Robinhood is giving 4.65. So SoFi is definitely going up. Robinhood was giving 4.45, 4.55, then 4.65 right now. So it's really, really good. They're, within 0.2, right? That's really, really close. It's good that they keep upgrading, and it's going to make people want to use SoFi more and more. By the way, if you guys are getting anything from options plays, if you guys are following my options plays by any chance, and nothing is financial advice, and you guys want to open up a SoFi account, I have a link down below. Believe it or not, it's not my link. It's actually Jesse Dow's link from Twitter. If you guys follow him, he's giving us absolutely amazing, amazing option plays. So one way that I give back to him is I support his Twitter page. And I was supporting him before it was cool to support him, when he had like a couple of hundred people on Twitter that was following him, and now he has like 17,000. So shout out to Jesse. Thank you so much for the plays. If you guys want to open up a SoFi account, I have a link down below. I'm sorry. If you guys want to open up a SoFi account, I have a link down below. It is not my link. It is Jesse's link. Show the guys some support. Besides for this, SoFi, believe it or not, has a SoFi credit card. I don't personally have a SoFi account. I don't use SoFi. I have my reasons. I explained it before. It's not that I don't like the product, just my type of banking services they don't offer. SoFi was giving a credit card from, I believe, Mountain Valley or Mountain Bank, something like that. Well, now, next month, in August, they're going to introduce a SoFi credit card from SoFi. So remember, SoFi has 2 acquisitions that they made, Galileo and Technisys. Those are both financial services that essentially give you bank-like financial features, white labels, where you can use it for your specific business. You can brand those. So it's silly that they have to use an outside force for their credit card. So now they're going to offer credit cards in-house, which is really, really cool. So as always, SoFi moves forward. As always, SoFi is listening to us. Anthony Noto is super, super active in the community. Anthony Noto actually responds to a lot of people on Twitter. They're revamping, SoFi Invest and things like that. And they're always competing, upping up their game. They're not just happy, 4.3 is a really, really nice APY. So is 4.2, but they keep upping their game, now offering 4.4. Why? They want to compete and be the absolute best, or up there in the upper echelon of the products that they offer, whatever that product might be. Let's go over to my desk. I want to do technical analysis, whether you want to see it or not. I like it. And let's go over to my desk. Guys, this is my chart right here. I charted a triangle. So this is a support triangle, support and resistance triangle. I started right here back in May 15th when we hit a lower low. And then we went all the way up, and I drew my line here. And then I drew my line of resistance all the way from here, the $10 mark, right when we hit the $10, and then I drew it down here. So I want to show you two very important lines right now. So let's zoom in on this first. So right now, the price of SOFI ended right here, right? The price of SOFI ended up closing at $9.08, right around here. At one point, we did come to around $9.46 for the day. We need to break this line. This is the line that we need to break right here. So going into next week, the price to beat is going to be right around here, that 950 mark. If we could break 950, then it's going to go up to right around that $10 range. The $10 range is the last high that we had around here, which was June 14th. And as you see, I have my little party guy right here. So we want to be within this triangle. In general, this triangle, so the price of around $7.80. We don't want to go under $7.80, and we want to go over this 950 mark or so. Very, very important. This is a 20-day moving average, this yellow line right here. We actually went above the 20-day moving average, and for a very short term, or the immediate short term, this is a very, very good sign. It's bullish when you're above the 20-day moving average and when you closed. So because we were above the 20-day moving average, we are more prone to break out of this triangle on the upside than to go below on the downside. Like I said, once we pass that, this is going to be the next support right here of the $10 or so, and then I'll rechart. Let's go a little bit lower over here. These are some very important indicators, okay? Let me zoom out a little bit. This indicator right here is the 200-day. The 200-day indicator is super important. This is the last line of defense. Our last line of defense is right around just below $6. 100-day moving average means this is in the midterm. The midterm is 650 and the short term is 720. So if we could stay above 720, we good money. Again, we want to really stay above this 750 or so mark, but definitely don't go below that 720. Also, this is another really cool indicator right here. This is the RSI. So I drew a line of the RSI right here. I drew it up. Let me just fix that line right around here. Okay. And then I drew a line from here to here. Yeah, that's about right. So with the RSI, we're right here. This is a very, very important indicator right here. The purple line, which is the relative strength index, crossed over the RSI moving average. This is bullish. You want the purple to penetrate the yellow. However, towards the end of the day, it did start going down. So we're going to very, very important line right here to see what's going to happen when we come back next week. If we zoom in a little bit and we go to 1 hour, this is what ended up happening at the end of the day. So at the end of the day, we actually went below the moving average, but then right around here, as you can see, it started going back up and it looks like it was going to penetrate the moving average again. However, I don't like 1 hours and I'm going to go by the days. So by the days, this looks very bullish. Also, past 70 means that we are way overbought, and under 30 means that we are way oversold. Right now, the RSI is right around 65, so we definitely have some room to go right here. And that's when you start breaking out. What happens after that, I don't know. It's very cool to do the technical analysis and start understanding what is going on. Right or wrong, you learn from it. If you guys like this video, I need you to do one of 3 things. Number 1, give me the thumbs up for sure. You know, retweet this if you feel like it. Number 2, if you guys want to support me and buy me a cup of coffee, I have channel membership down below. It's $3 a month. You get options plays. I do a lot of crypto videos over there as well. And essentially, I talk about stuff that I'm buying. I spent around $40K this week, and I explained what I spent the money on. If that's something you like or you just want to support me with $3 a month, that's on you. If not, please follow me on Twitter. That helps me a lot. And I'm also going to have a link to Jesse's Twitter as well. Follow him as well. Let's grow his channel. He helps a lot of us out, including myself. Why not support him and show him some love? Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the week. Enjoy some time with your family. And let me know in the comments below what you guys are doing with SOFI. If you guys love SOFI, if you don't love SOFI, if you like the direction that they're going on or not. But as long as we're above the 50, 100, 200, that's bullish. And specifically if we're above that 20-day moving average, that's super nice. I took advantage and I was buying in the low 8s when it dropped. So it is what it is. Thank you and have a great day.